now that the whole world's starting to open up, um, economies are slowly opening up gradually as the pandemic seems to in some way subside, or rather the curve in many countries is flattening. Um, we certainly don't want things to go back to the way they were, because where we were brought us to where we're at. So my challenge to you is, what are some of the paradigms that might have shifted on a personal level for you during this pandemic? For me, I was just so thankful that I landed in a country that um, has one of the lowest rates and has the most supportive uh, healthcare and infrastructure, and that governments of all levels appear to really be cooperative. And yeah, so I'm so thankful. I had all these plans on traveling. I had all these plans to be here and there and the other, and because COVID happened, and I happened to be here in Canada and in Victoria, and it turned out like the rates are really low. So it made me realize sometimes when things don't go as we initially planned, sometimes there's a better plan, and that is so phenomenal. And it's, I think, not pushing through something and insisting it's got to work this way, or feeling like, okay, oh, I must be stuck because I'm here, but being so in tune with your intuition and aligned with what you truly value, and things start to unfold in alignment with what you truly value. Much as I love traveling and I love it, I like the freedom in traveling. More than that, I definitely love good health, and to be in a place that had such a tremendously um, well thought out plan, or even if it's not perfect, I know that you go to a hospital here, nobody's going to say you owe this or that or the other. There's so much to be thankful for. And so that's my shift, was to realize sometimes there's something even greater that happens, that you might not think, oh my god, my plans are not working, but something greater could happen for you. So what are some of the shifts you might be experiencing or have experienced during this pandemic? I became so thankful that I am self-employed. And maybe during this time, I mean, we know there's going to be a shrink here. The whole economy is going to shrink in so many ways. When I go for my walks, I see a lot of the stores might not survive this pandemic. A lot of the restaurants, cafes, and even as we start to open up, there's some stores that will have to close because they were not able to survive this pandemic. So I was so grateful that I'm self-employed and I can create my own work. I'm grateful that we were able to, when the stores start opening, I was thinking to myself, what's the first place? Where's the first place I'm going to go? I'm going to go to one of my favorite cafes and start writing again in the morning. It's fun drinking coffee at home, but sometimes it's really nice to get a good Americano somewhere else. But so there are lots of things to be my I think I was also, one of my shifts is definitely not taking things for granted. um, I definitely took a lot for granted, and also realizing sometimes when things don't work out the way you want them to, that's so be so thankful they did not, and that's fine. And having that balance between the unfolding as well as planning, finding that balance. And it comes down to being aligned with what you truly value. When you get really aligned with what you value, then it doesn't feel like you're bumping into anything. It's not like things are not working out. You just realize that God or the universe really has your back. So my challenge to you is, what are the shifts, the paradigm shifts that from a personal level that you've been experiencing, that hopefully you'll take to the next stage of this global event. So and the lessons learned. Let's not forget the lessons learned, uh, and apply them in our lives.